Welcome back to Drive Dynasty, the channel where passion for cars meets timeless automotive history. Today, we are taking a trip back in time, all the way to 1945, to explore one of the most iconic names in luxury motoring, Rolls-Royce. Known across the globe for elegance, craftsmanship, and prestige, Rolls-Royce in the mid-1940s was shaping the future of luxury cars, even during one of the most challenging times in world history. The year 1945 was significant not just for Rolls-Royce, but for the entire world. World War II had just ended, and while the company had spent much of the war focused on aircraft engines, their return to luxury automobiles marked a rebirth of elegance and sophistication. Rolls-Royce was already legendary before the war, but the immediate post-war years brought a new wave of refinement that set the stage for decades of automotive brilliance. At that time, one of the most notable cars was the Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith. Introduced in 1946 but developed right at the end of the war in 1945, it carried the true essence of post-war luxury. This model was the first Rolls-Royce offered after the war and became a symbol of revival, blending classic pre-war styling with the subtle beginnings of modern innovation. What made it stand out was not only its beauty but also its role in reminding the world that even in the face of hardship, luxury and craftsmanship could thrive. The design of the Silver Wraith reflected Rolls-Royce's philosophy of building the finest motor cars in the world. With a long wheelbase, elegant lines, and bodywork created by custom coach builders, each Silver Wraith was unique. Back in 1945, Rolls-Royce still followed the tradition of delivering a chassis and engine to top coach builders like H.J. Mulliner, Hooper, or Park Ward, who would then craft the exterior to the client's specifications. This ensured exclusivity, making every car a masterpiece in its own right. Under the hood, the Silver Wraith featured a 6-cylinder inline engine, refined and reliable, delivering smooth performance. Rolls-Royce was less about raw speed and more about effortless power and silence. Owners described the experience as gliding rather than driving. This was the hallmark of Rolls-Royce engineering, ensuring passengers felt cocooned in comfort no matter the journey. Inside the cabin, the craftsmanship was second to none. Hand-polished wood veneers, fine leather upholstery, and attention to every tiny detail reflected an era when cars were as much about artistry as engineering. Stepping into a 1945 Rolls-Royce meant entering a world of pure luxury, a personal sanctuary on wheels. Beyond the car itself, Rolls-Royce in 1945 represented resilience. During the war, the company's focus on the Merlin aircraft engine had been critical to the Allied victory, powering legendary planes like the Spitfire and Lancaster. The transition back to automobiles showed how Rolls-Royce could balance innovation in aviation with mastery in motoring. It was this dual expertise that elevated their reputation worldwide. The legacy of 1945 Rolls-Royce cars continues to this day. Collectors and enthusiasts regard these models as treasures, not just for their rarity but for what they symbolize, the rebirth of luxury in a post-war world. Owning or even seeing one is a reminder of an era where craftsmanship, dignity, and refinement defined what it meant to drive a Rolls-Royce. If you enjoyed this journey into automotive history, make sure to subscribe to Drive Dynasty for more stories about the most legendary cars ever built.